Hi, my name is Chris Bergeron, and I'm an instructional design, instructional technology, and distance education expert. I have a master's degree from Plymouth State University in K-12 library media, and I have a doctorate in instructional technology and distance education from Nova Southeastern University in Florida. This website serves primarily as my sounding board and portfolio, so I hope that you find the information on here useful. It's been a winding road. I've been a server engineer, a director of technology, a library media specialist. I've taught at the university level, worked as a consultant, and served on a few boards. These days I'm working as the program director and an assistant professor at Bellevue University in the instructional design program. So most of my research focuses on digital literacy, flipped learning, open educational resources, fostering creativity, learning technologies, the hype cycle, and how all of this sort of fits into the global context. And the way I think of that primarily is how it relates to social justice and equity. I think that my excitement with distance education in particular can be sort of summed up with this quote from Michael Moore, which comes from the Handbook of Distance Education. He writes, "Anyone who thinks that distance education is merely adding technology to the existing tools and procedures of the classroom fails to understand the field. Distance education is, at the same time, a set of values about opening opportunity and leveling inequalities." For me, it comes down to empowering students, both with the learning materials and with their educational experience, as well as giving them the practicality of having both the how and the why, so that when they leave my class, they know how to perform as well as why these specific approaches are the best. I ended up coming into education from a technical field. I worked in Massachusetts for the longest time as a technical server engineer, project manager, and I had a lot of fun doing that. And so when I entered education, it was in that role. I was the director of technology, and I found myself having a great understanding of how, and I didn't have the why piece. And then I also have friends who entered instructional design specifically with a lot of theory. They had the why, but they didn't have the how. And so I think for myself and my approach to instructional design and education in general is that I really believe you need both. And the piece I think that I love the absolute most about teaching is seeing my students succeed and seeing them take chances that they wouldn't have taken before the classes that they take. I try to balance that how and why so that the students feel the confidence that comes from knowing why an approach is the most appropriate for a situation, and then having that how so that they're able to perform in the tactical, the practical kind of ways. Having students hit that moment of realization when they realize they know how to do what needs done, as well as they know what needs to be done, because they have that balance of the practical hands-on as well as the theoretical base and understanding of the underlying pedagogy of what they're approaching.